Hey, what's up guys, Icewin here. Welcome back to another video. You all know the Thunder Dragon is the most dangerous and the most feared dragon of them all. And I'm finally about to make a video of that and try to get that dragon slayed once and for all for the goodness of humanity and the goodness of balance, because that thing, guys, developers, if you are watching, that thing needs a nerf, okay? Like, you can be 5 levels above it and still not beat it. I mean, that's how hard it is. Without further ado, let's get into exactly how we actually beat this beast of a creature. If you have a look here, we have superior weapons, land, sword, and sea creatures. But you can bring these, like Elwyn especially, but the other ones aren't going to do much good. Maybe a sea creature is not too bad as well. If you have an Elwyn, definitely bring that. Bring Elwyn if you can. He's one of the best units against him. Since I don't have an Elwyn, I can show you how to do without that, okay? So let's go ahead and attack. So this is my team, and I was really considering Chris as well for her redemption. As you know, that the redemption would dispel 2 buffs that he's going to buff himself with, which is crucial. It is crucial, guys. I can't tell you how crucial that is. But I also can use Almeda for the same thing, because she has a skill right here which is going to dispel 1 enemy buff and cast 1 random debuff. So I think they're both usable in their own regard, and I don't know which one exactly is a better one. Okay, now before I start, let's scope out our target that we're gonna slay. So if you have a look at his skills, before entering battle with range attack, damage taken decreases by 90%, can act again after eliminating a target. Now straight away from this, you can tell that it's a really bad idea to attack with a range attack, because he's going to retaliate 3 times as hard on you, okay? And it's a very bad idea to let him kill something, because he has the Shuri passive. He can act again just after eliminating a target, right? Now looking at his first skill, this is a Blitz Strike, what it does most in my testing. And you can see from this that he's a physical damage dealer. And this is a huge 4 times physical damage to the target. You don't have to be scared at 4 times, because in my testing it doesn't really seem like it's actually 4 times, okay? You have to be actually scared about this thing right here. Attack and defense increase by 30%. Now defense isn't that important, it's the attack that you're mostly worried about, okay? Because if he retains that attack 30% and he uses his second move, which is the Thunder, which is dealing physical damage to 3 blocks and casting Electrified. So if he has both this buff and he casts his AoE, it's very likely to annihilate your team. Now it doesn't say how much damage, but it's an insane amount of damage. This is like a really busted move that they should fix. Should definitely lower the damage on this. And this is none. Thunderfall, it says deals 0.5x damage to a target, chance to cast Electrified. So he's always going to be using this move, and he's always going to be using an Electrified. Now I have never had an Electrified effect on my units, so I'm not able to tell you what that actually is right now. But if you have a debuff, then be sure just to bring a dispeller like Chris or Liana. That's a good and efficient dispeller. And now, just for shits and giggles, let's have a look at the level 55 dragon, right? So apparently it's the same thing. It must be some mistranslation if I'm not mistaken, because this Electrified didn't happen in the previous stages. It must be 55 and above that you get to be Electrified. That's what I'm assuming, okay? It's an intellectual guess. And keep in mind that this is the 3 blocks right here, which means you're going to be safe if you stand here from his AoE move, okay? That's very important to note. Okay, so I'm actually going to speed this clip up and going to commentate instead, because it's going to take a while to kill these monsters. So first off, I rushed one of these sea creatures with my Leon and didn't quite kill it, but if my weapon was up a little bit more, I would have done the job. And keep in mind that these sea creatures have water control in this level. They don't have the hentai hook in the previous levels, but that's okay. Like, my Shuri could tank the damage, no worries. And this time my Leon took care of the ogre, and I just had to keep in mind 5 squares so he can still move to the next target after he's done. And with my Shuri, I didn't want to kill anything because I didn't want the passive to pop, so I just took my time and, you know, slowly kill these units, no worries. So yeah, keep in mind the danger zone is very deceptive if they have water control, so just, you know, be prepared for that. And now my Shuri can just actually sweep in to kill both of these guys, since I didn't kill the water serpent and I saved her passive, alright? Her talent rather. And the rest monster is a piece of cake, and I'm just lining up here just to, you know, get a really good shot at the boss. So I don't want to like go inside right now, so don't go inside the danger zone if you can help it. Try to give it initiative, okay? Alright, perfect. Now I should be able to do a shivery up, but I'm not completely confident in that because it is a heal, so I don't know if I can move 2 squares. So probably just be safe first, then sorry. So I'll move my Leon here. And now I can buff and actually do some damage, I think. So yeah, let's actually do some damage. So I won't have a armor break on him sadly, but it should be enough. Okay. So now let's check these tiles. So this is actually a mountain over here, and let's check that tile later on as well. So this is actually a mountain tile, so keep that in mind. There's a mountain tile here as well. Okay, so and I can again her, but that will be a terrible move, so I'm going to just stay here. It's perfectly fine. Now he can actually thunder the first time, so I don't actually want him to thunder actually. So what I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to get him to activate his buff. Okay, let's see if we can remove these buffs with our meta. So that was not good, I removed the wrong one. I'm going to again her. See if we can remove the other buff as well. This is the most important one. Okay, so just from that I removed the buffs. But I think this is not strong enough. Sadly, this is the case. But I did get intimidated off from the horror helmet of Leon's. So I think it's not strong enough, so I'm actually gonna just fly out. Let's see what happens if I just fly out. Okay, so actually I'm in a spot where it's really bad. I still have 7 turns remaining. So look, I don't have to rush it, guys. What I can do is I'm just going to reset, wait for cooldowns, wait for everything to come back on, because sadly I didn't get a clock and he has the buff on himself. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to move calmly, just move out, alright? Just move out, don't worry about it, okay? Guys, don't worry about it, just get the hell out, alright? Like, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm just going to move out. Peace. So I'm just going to like move out. And you see that I actually used my clock several times in this battle because I didn't move out and I suffered the consequences, okay? So I'm experimenting here still, so bear with me. But this is actually what you can do, alright? This is a good, valid strategy, definitely. See? Just wait it out, guys. No worries at all. And look at this. I have 3 turns until this gets back up and he's still got the buffs. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wait next turn and I'm actually going to attack next turn. So my chivalry gets up next turn as well. So I'm going to do a full scale attack next turn. And I have again up, so I'm going to do a faction buff now. Now look at this. He has no more attack buff. Now my Almeda can't do anything, so I can actually just only heal with her. And that's actually not a good idea as well, because if I heal, I'll be inside his radius. So what I can do is just armor break. See, hope I can get an armor break off. See what buff I get. No, okay, attack debuff. That's really good still. So what is this? Is this for... Yes, it's for the attack down. Now I'm gonna see if I can debuff him with Leon. So what can I do? Can I move somewhere here? Yes, I can move somewhere here and do the chivalry. So get my full charge damage off. But I did not horror. Let's see if I can horror. Okay. Didn't get horror, that's okay. Now just going with Shuri. Unfortunately is that a... Okay, so this is also a mountain tile right there, guys. So, but if I do that, I can't again. So do I want it again? I think, guys, I shouldn't risk again because he only has one debuff, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this mountain tile and just... Okay, I did get another debuff. Let's see if I can get another debuff. Hold on a sec. Okay, did I get another? No, it's the same one. Okay, so the weapon I have on Shuri doesn't do anything. And I'm just going to stand. It's perfectly fine. So he can only single target deal damage. Now he's got his buffs, okay? And I only have a Shuri there. But the thing is, he's nearly dead. And I have prayer available, and I have again available. Which means I can do this. I can try and hope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tornado. And after this tornado, I get a dispel. Okay? So let's see if I can dispel the attack buff. So definitely I need to dispel the attack buff, or it could be very bad for me. Okay, I did not dispel the attack buff. Okay, that's really sad, and I have 0 clocks remaining. So let's have a look. So this means I'm definitely going to get my ass wrecked. My Almeida's definitely going to get her ass wrecked. But the good thing is he's nearly dead, and let's see if we can finish him off before, you know, it's either him or me this time. Even if he kills my Almeida, I do believe I have a good chance. Let's find out. Okay. Okay, guys. So that was how you do it, right? So, okay. So let's just calm down, and I will summarize. Okay. So I didn't get an SSR, which is sad. SSR equipment. But yeah, the chance of getting one is really high in this. Okay, guys, and check this out. So this is the reason why I said get Elwyn. Look at this. Look at this skill. So he's got Raw, dispels 3 buffs and decreases their attack by 20%. I think it's 2 buffs. I'm not sure if it's 3 though. It's definitely dispelling the enemy's buffs, and it's definitely decreasing their attack. Amazing counter for the dragon right off the bat, okay? This is the best counter that I ever seen. And also this one. Don't neglect this one. It's 1.8 times multiplier, the highest I've ever seen. And it's dispelling 5 buffs. That's insane, you know? That's an insane skill. But there's good news for you guys out there, because look what I did. I'll show you this really cool thing that I did. Okay, ta-da! I've invested in this guy called Lewin. And look at his kit. It's insane. It's just insane. Look at, he's got the same skill. He's got Raw. He's got this passive battle cry, dispelling a buff, another buff. See how it's 2 buffs. But look at this. This is dispelling another buff, and it's also going to land a debuff to decrease the attack and defense even more. Now I'm not sure if this stacks, but we'll see. And this one, Sun Slash, same skill as Elwyn. It's amazing. It's going to heal. And look at this. Attack and defense increased by 12% when initiating combat, and 80% chance to restore 30% of HP after battle. So this troop is an amazing troop based off his skill set. He's got an amazing set of skills. Now his stats aren't the best because he's a rare unit only, and he's only in one faction. That's the downside. But don't let the stats deceive you, because a lot of the times the troops that you get are more important than your stats. So, and most important when it comes to units is the skill set. And my oh my, he has an amazing skill set. So I'll definitely play around more with him and expect like a review from me as well regarding him. But definitely, if you don't have an Elwyn, this guy is your go-to anti-Thunder Dragon, guys. Okay, so before I end the video, here's a quick summary of the things I showed you earlier. So number one, try to give it initiative if you can. Don't wander in his danger zone if you can help it. I mean, if your only DPS is an Elwyn, that might be a bit difficult, but you might want to use again on him just to get up close maybe. And check the tiles and use the defensive ones to your advantage. So there are some mountain tiles with plus 10% defense increase, and if you have the troops training on your flyers, that's going to give him a much better edge than that as well. So avoid grouping inside his AoE if you're not ready. So sometimes you can just not group inside his AoE just so that you won't get the thunder move on you. Just please keep that in mind, and also keep in mind his cooldown for that. You have to like pay attention to his cooldown all the time. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but sometimes you just forget. Okay, number 4 is you bait out his buffs so you can dispel them, and you really need his attack buff to be gone for this to work out properly in most cases. And you need 2 attack downs most likely, unless you guys are super well equipped. Okay, so you need the attack down 20% and you need the damage decrease 20%. all right, and also look at your turns remaining sometimes, and you can retreat if you have plenty of time. Okay, so sometimes making that retreat and resetting all your cooldowns, all your stuff, is the best way to go and is the key to victory. So sometimes just be patient and take your time, no one's rushing you. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I really hope this guide has helped you in slaying that OP busted Imbar dragon right there. Okay, and developers, if you're watching, please nerf that dragon. Alright, and meanwhile, you can support me by sharing this video so you can get this out to the developers to get them to nerf that imbalanced dragon. Alright, I'm gonna leave you with a clip where I failed miserably, so at least a lot of you guys can relate to this clip and say, yeah, I've been there before, and nod. Guys, peace out, and stay tuned if you want to see more content like this. Peace. But I don't think that's good enough because, yeah, it's very dangerous for my Cherie. But I'll just stand. Okay, here comes the thunder. Wow.